It's quite the lightning show up north. West on this turn, but it's not very much time going west. Here we go. Here's some west.
Just ahead, turn right on Old Dixie Highway.
Yeah, it's separate. It's a separate storm altogether. It's its own source of lightning.
Right on Old Dixie Highway, then turn left on Berry Road.
But it's just as frequent as the North Storm. We're going to go north for a short. We're going to go back west.
Turn left on Berry Road.
Alright, back west. A little bit more view. I should be able to make this delivery before the storm hits. But I can see when it lights up the lightning where the rain starts, so I ain't got much time. I still got 2 miles to go before this delivery.
Turn left on Indian River Boulevard.
Now we're headed south. Tonight's the light of the polar launch, 90 degrees south, and so it's going to be an interesting setup. You might be able to hear it on the stream right now. They're loading up in the rocket. It's going to be the first rocket to go directly south, which means it'll go over land. Fly right over our heads. 9:47 is the launch time. Currently 8:14. Now up by the Cape, the storms are coming in at an angle. So by the Cape, the storms are already on their way to leave. They may already be offshore in the Cape by now, although the lightning is still visible on stream. Yeah, we're headed back west, by the way, in case that wasn't apparent. we're in Micco. M-I-C-C-O. Feels like the middle of nowhere. Nice.
In a quarter-mile, turn left on Cottonwood Drive.
Ooh, okay, that was a good one.
Turn left on Cottonwood Drive, then turn
0.7
right
miles
on
to our
Great Myrtle
destination. When you're trying to beat a storm, it's like it feels like it takes forever. Just hurry up, get this thing done so we can stay dry and not get in that mess.
In about 30 minutes or so, there should be
Drive. Turn right on Great Myrtle Drive.
I hear the call of a bird or something.
They are
Right.
to step into pellet load.
Oh, they're probably calling out.
Just ahead,
Storm
turn left
incoming.
on Orchid Tree Drive.
There it is. Yep, you can hear that, I'm sure.
Still see those lights flashing there.
Turn left on Orchid Tree Drive.
Lightning warning still very much in effect here at the press site, as well as you can see right there for those 4 astronauts at the pad. You can see some silhouettes there in the countdown. Again, we are still in phase 2 lightning warning here. Is ill-advised. This is an example of what you want to not be doing at this particular moment in time, no matter how low the
In a quarter-mile, drop off on the right. Drop off on the right.
This one's way back here. Alright, we're going fucking four-wheeling, I guess. Oh, RV setup.
Says, leave at door. Leave on front porch.
Front porch. Alright. I can hear a little bit of rumble. Alright, we've arrived. Let's get this. Yeah, we're starting to hear some rumbles, but they're all quite distant still, surprisingly. I'll take it. I don't fuck around with any of that violent shit. Honestly, probably not a bad area to live. It's quiet. Only a few miles, really, from the grocery store and the cluster of Sebastian to the south. Gotta figure out how to get out of here now. One thing about severe storms is their lightning is more commonly centralized to a location. I think the stronger they are, the more focused the severe lightning is. But when a storm weakens, you'll often notice the spread. The lightning will spread quite largely on the map. So when a storm is weakening, that's when you start getting lightning, well, much further from the storm than you might expect. Oh, there's them again.
Time now T-minus 1 hour, 24 minutes, 37 seconds. See those white dots as they're making their way just a half second on that lightning. That is the closeout. Is leading the path. The side hatch has been safely closed, as we saw in the video from Mission Commander Chun Wang.
Yeah, despite all the storm activity around us, they're still proceeding with loading the astronauts into the
to
rocket.
Space Launch Complex 40, so that on the off chance that they need to
Come on.
that way, on the off chance that they need to come back to the pad for any reason prior to launch, they are not too far away. Just to address some of the chatter in the live chat with our moderators a little bit. Yes, there is still lightning in the area. Yes, we are still in a phase 2 lightning.
I got brights
No,
too,
the
man.
mission has not scrubbed at this point in time. Once again, they have 4 launch opportunities within the window present. And while the thunderstorms may impact the first launch opportunity, as long as they have not fueled the Falcon 9 rocket, they do have 3 additional backups within this window that lasts past 2:30 tomorrow morning. So still plenty of chances to get this Falcon 9 rocket off the ground. Looking at the radar right now, you can see the speed with which the storm system is moving through our area and is going to be getting out of Dodge here probably within the next 35 to 40 minutes, maybe an hour. It might not be far enough away by the time they would need to make the call on the start of prop load. But then again, it might just under 22 minutes or so. And because we don't have mission audio, we won't hear the weather briefing being broadcast, but obviously if it impacts the T0 time, we will let you know just as soon as possible about any adjustments to the mission. But again, as it stands right now, things are still tracking towards liftoff. The opening window, but again, things could change.
Yo, is that a... Man, that's a low cloud. Let's check these velocities.
Take a look at the
Offline.
next to the
Face
countdown.
north
You can
for a
see
minute.
it has gone quite limp compared to whatever things were
Lightning
just
lighting up quite a low cloud.
about 10 or so
No,
minutes
it's-
ago. The wind has dramatically died down here at the press site, but as you just saw, the lightning is still quite active in the area, which is why you still see those blue lights out there at the pad, marking that we are still in a phase 2 lightning warning.
We are facing...
Taking a look at our live chat here, I want to thank a number of folks. Other channel members Beverly Knuckles and Daniel H. for gifting 10, 10, and 1 Spaceflight Now membership respectively. So
Less than
thank you,
3/4 of an
the three of you,
inch,
for helping to
wind
grow our
34
community here on
mile an hour.
YouTube. And to the 21 gifted channel members, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you all with us. Be sure to thank Callistia, Beverly, and Daniel in the live chat if you haven't already. And we hope you decide to stick around with the channel membership.
These are all special marine warnings.
Astro Joe asks a good question that I wish I could say we had a really good answer to. Joe says,
We have
Will,
a
since
severe
this is a
thunderstorm
south
warning
launch,
in
what are the
Portland
recovery zones named, i.e. Shannon, etc.? Thank you, sir. Just as a little bit of background to what he's referencing, for crew
well, just
missions
north of
heading up to the
Palm Bay. It's
International
Melbourne,
Space Station,
Satellite
there
Beach.
are various points of port where, if for whatever reason there
And
was
that's
an
where we're
issue
pointed at.
with the Falcon 9's second stage as the rocket is making its ascent,
Velocities.
there are points along
Yeah,
the
got
ascent
some wind in
corridor
Melbourne
where
for
they
sure.
would target and abort. One of those is Shannon, which leads to Shannon, Ireland, which is the main last abort site as the Falcon 9 rocket heads uphill with the Dragon
And
spacecraft.
we are-
This one going south, a little bit different, and we'll show you the trajectory here in just a little bit. But during the
We're just north of
Spaces
Barefoot
event
Bay.
that happened this past Friday, we tried to get a little bit
Ooh, that was
of
cool.
detail from the folks at SpaceX about the recovery zones. Broadly speaking, they are going
I'm
to
liking
be
that line in the
just
clouds.
south
It's being
of
lit up like
Florida,
a border.
as well as
It's like
out
right in the middle of the frame. Oh, that is so
international
beautiful.
waters beyond the Caribbean.
Oh,
That's where the the launch of the Duo on the Crew 9 mission using Crew Dragon named Freedom that lifted off on September 28th last year, followed up by the launch of Starlink 6-77 on November 7th, and then a mission that was initially referred to simply as RRT-1, later revealed to be a GPS-3 satellite. Lockheed Martin names its satellites after notable explorers and pioneers. That GPS satellite is named Celery. Most recently, this booster has been used to launch a pair of lunar landers, robotic lunar landers. One of them has made it safely to the moon. The other is still taking the scenic route.
Starting to feel a little bit of rain. I've actually put the camera away because I felt a couple drops. What the hell is that noise?
Samara.
Wind's picking up.
And a bit of good news on the weather front. While the lightning's still popping off around the Kennedy Space Center, the hail warning has been allowed to expire, so that's certainly good news. Bitcoin mining in the world for a while, and now is currently sitting in the number 4 spot. He proposed this mission to SpaceX back in 2023 and also funded the mission, though we don't have a specific dollar figure for this. SpaceX, like most other launch companies, does not like to talk about the dollars and cents for their launches unless you're a customer. That is.
Why is there no turn lanes? It's just median juts. Yeah. On a 55-mile-per-hour road, you need some fucking turn lanes. Alright. We're headed back south.
Look at the Fram2 mission specialist and medical officer.
If the launch goes tonight, it's in 1 hour, 6 minutes. We have the executive decision to try to get to a place that's going to be clear of the clouds. If this thing's going to go up,
However,
I want to see something.
may happen because of the Challenger disaster.
That area I was just in looks pretty interesting. Barefoot Bay. I don't see nothing going on with the velocities, but the clouds, the rain certainly have a swirl. Yeah, it's all that bolt. Alright, so I'm going to go west. We're going to go Roseland Road to 512 West. I guess we'll get some west lightning action at the same time. We're going to go straight into the rain at this rate. The goal is to get west of this enough to where there might be some clouds clear on the backside so we can see this launch. This launch is going over land, and I think it'd be really cool to get the backside of a lightning storm with the long exposure of a rocket launch.
We're now T-minus 1 hour and counting away from
1 hour.
our first. Again,
Ooh,
spacecraft following the launches.
I saw the persistence in that one. I moved my eye, and that bolt of lightning moved with my eye. That was a neat effect.
Getting a little bit of a video
That one should be nice in the frame too. Oh, that one's out of frame, but that was a nice one.
It's just a quick note about
That was to my south.
time here.
We're going to be pitching southwest here in a second.
It is to go back now just a bit here.
Woo!
Our clock is in real time. It's coming in. Inside the 1 hour mark, just giving you some heads up on upcoming events. Listening into a little bit of communication from mission control.
We're going to be going due west.
A little bit different than an uncrewed vehicle launch. The SpaceX launch structure verified the codes.
512. I'm already in a dry pocket. When I look at the radar, there is indeed a dry pocket behind it. I'm already technically past it based on this location. Although just to my north and south, it's still raining. It's just weird how it tucks in right where I'm at.
SpaceX logo.
Take a break for a minute. See if Dairy Queen's got any ice cream today, because they didn't have any yesterday. Got some time. We're on the back side of the storm now. What little rain's happening here is nothing on the radar at this point. A couple clouds. Small pockets.
After my little break, I went back down south on I-95, went down to mile marker 147, State Road 60, went west for about 10-15 minutes. I could see them started setting up shop, and where I ended up choosing ended up being pretty good. I was quite happy with the result. My 10-minute window gave me a few test shots, since I had never shot with lightning as a secondary light source. This is the light trace image that was captured with my old phone. This is the image captured with a Canon T7 Rebel. Thanks for watching.